Hi, this is Chris Bertelson with a quick clip from Nevada Learning Series. I want to show you how to do typing on the iPad 2. Typing is easy on the iPad. Even though there's no hardware keyboard, you can always use the on-screen keyboard. If I come into the browser and tap in the address line up at the top, the keyboard automatically appears. When I navigate away from it, tap elsewhere, it disappears. If I tap inside this little search window in the upper left-hand corner, it automatically appears. And the iPad knows what's up and what's down, so if I rotate my iPad 90 degrees, you can see that the keyboard moves down to the bottom. It's a little bit smaller, the keys are tinier, but I like this when I'm holding it in my hands and typing with my thumbs. Let's go back to this keyboard. I want to switch to a word processor where we can really do some typing. When you first start typing, the caps lock key is pushed down. You can see those are blue in the corners there. And I'm going to type THIS is A. Now if I want to type a capital letter, I just tap on caps lock. And then I get a blue arrow. That's a forced cap. QUICK. And cap again, CLIP, hit the period key, and now I've typed my first sentence. Let's type something else. THIS, notice it automatically capped this, is, and then if I double tap on the shift key, tap tap, you notice it has a blue background that's solid now. I can type as long as I want, and it keeps typing caps, and when I'm finished, I hit the period key. If you want to delete something, hit the backspace or the delete key. It's in the upper right-hand corner. That'll delete what you've done. Hit the space bar twice, space, and it will add a space and put a period at the end of that sentence. So a lot of things happen automatically as you're typing on the iPad. It will also automatically correct as you go. If I type in APPLD, it knows that I meant to type apple. And you can see it suggests the correct typing up there. And if I want to accept that, I just hit the space bar and it automatically makes that correction. A lot of times you don't even notice that that's happened. BELIEVEES. It suggests the proper spelling of believes up there. If I want to accept my typing, I can hit the little X at the end of that suggestion, and it will accept what I've typed in there. As soon as I hit the space bar, it says this is a misspelled word. I have a red underline. That means I can tap on that and see a list of suggested spellings up there. Type on the one that I want, and I can say the iPad. It auto-corrects that. You would expect that, wouldn't you? MAGICAL. Again, it suggests the correct spelling. I just hit the space bar, or in this case, space bar twice, and it corrects it, and it puts the period at the end of the line for me. If you want to type numbers on the keyboard, touch the number button on either side of the space bar, and the whole keyboard switches to numbers and some symbols. I can put in a $sign, I can put in commas, periods, all sorts of things. And if you hit the space bar again, it switches back to the letter keyboard. If I want to use symbols, I touch the number key, and then I touch the shift key, which is changed to a symbol key there, and it changes to the symbols that I can type in on my system, and you can type those, and then when you hit the space bar again, it goes back to the letter keyboard. So it's really 3 keyboards in one. This is an iPad, and I want to type the number 2, but rather than shift over and come back, I can touch and hold the number button. Now I'm in the number keyboard. I slide my finger up to the number I want, which is number 2. As soon as I release my finger, it enters the 2 and it goes back to the letter keyboard. So kind of a nice quick way to automatically type a single number and go back to the keyboard. Renee ordered a colada. Really, we need a little accent mark over that second E in his name. So what I can do is I can tap and hold the letter E. And you'll notice I have different variants of how I could type that. Some of these with an accent. And he ordered a PIN. I hold down the letter N, put a little enye above that, and an A, and I have all the correct accent marks that I need. These appear on all the vowels, of course. We have it here on A. You notice there it says caps because I have auto cap turned on. If you're not doing caps, it shows it as a small letter. We have it under U, I, O. If you go into the number keyboard by tapping on that, you can hold down the quotation mark, and you have several different quotations that you could put in. You could put in the different question marks there, the different currencies if I hold down that. And if I hold down the ampersand, I could put in an and sign or an ampersand, or if I hover over that and tap on the double S, that's a section sign that I can put in. Hard to type on other keyboards, but pretty easy to do here on the iPad. It is hot where I am, so I'm going to type in 99 degrees. I hold down the 0 key, slide up to the degree symbol, type that in, come back here, type in a capital F, and it's 99 degrees Fahrenheit. As I said, many times as you type, it automatically corrects, and quite often I glance up and it's perfectly corrected everything, and I think I'm a great typist. Other times I'm in a hurry and I look up later and it looks like this. But this is easy to fix. I can just tap on the misspelled word, and I have a list of suggestions down there. Tap on the one that I want. They, then. Now DED, I'm not sure what I was typing there. I think I could remove that, so I just hit the delete key and it removes that. Contemplated, that's what I want, so I can hit the space bar and accept that. Now the is correctly spelled, but that's not the way that I really wanted it. It's really mistyped, so I'll double tap on that. And sometimes you'll see a little button that says replace. Other times you can tap on more and then go to replace. Here if we type on replace, you can see that it suggests alternate words that maybe I intended to type. THE is correct. Now we have the gunny contusion here, which is not what I meant. If I double tap on gunny and go into more and replace, I suppose I could have a bunny contusion. Sounds gruesome, but I'm going to do a funny, not a contusion, but if I double tap on that, go into more, we're going to replace that with funny confusion. So you can see many things automatically appear and correct as you type, or it's quick and easy to change them after the fact as well. If you want to change the settings that you have on your keyboard, tap to go to the home screen, go into settings, and under general, if you scroll down with a little swipe up, we see a keyboard button right there. If I tap on that option, I can turn on and off different autocorrects, or even that double space to do a period can be turned off. You can also add international keyboards. And if we come in here, we can change the layout of our English keyboard to different layouts that they use in different parts of Europe. If you have a hardware keyboard plugged in, you can change the layout of that. What I want to do is add an international keyboard. This is easy to do because it's all done on screen with the on-screen keyboard. I can add a Chinese traditional keyboard. If you want to remove these keyboards, tap the Edit button in the upper right-hand corner, and then you can go in and you can remove those. But let's take a look at this Chinese keyboard. We come back in here and you'll notice that now to the left of the space bar I have a little globe button, and right now I'm in the English keyboard. If I tap on the globe, I switch over to that Chinese keyboard. I can type my characters there as you see them listed up at the top. Now I must say I don't know Chinese, so I apologize if I've just typed anything that is offensive. If I tap the globe key again, I'll go back to the English keyboard. So this has been a quick look at how you can type on the iPad. This has been a quick clip from Nevada Learning Series, helping you get the most from your Apple iPad.